We are back with DIY December Day 4, where I'm going to walk you guys through exactly how I go about using my Cricut to make stickers. So if you have no idea what the print and cut feature is, this tutorial is for you. So as always, I start off in Canva by creating a new design. Since I'm going to be bringing this into Design Space, I'm going to put this on 8.5 by 11 paper to have this print and cut. So yes, you have guessed it, it is going to be an 8.5 by 11 canvas. Once your blank canvas has opened up for you, I go over to the left side where it says Elements and I type in watercolor drinks. I usually head into this first little column that says Graphics and I click See All. Now, if you're looking for a specific drink, I would definitely type that in as watercolor sangria or whatever the drink may be. Or if you're just looking to browse a few cocktails and see what kind of drinks they have as images, I would just do this. Now, as you find images you like, all you have to do is click on it and it will drop it in. If you are a Canva Pro member, all of these images are available to you. If you're not, anything with a crown icon next to it is for Pro members only. So what I suggest you do is go up to the top icon where those three little lines are, click on that, and then click the free option. So after you've closed that window, it should show you only the images that are available to you to use for free. Since I want to try to keep this tutorial on the shorter end, I'm going to drop in my images that I already picked out. As you can see, I spaced them out nice and even, and I also have 2 of each. This is because this is going to be used for 2 different bar signs. So once you have everything situated, I'm going to go up to the top corner, hit share, and then click download. Once I click that, I'm brought to this window where I select PNG, slide that toggle all the way to the right to get the highest resolution. I check off transparent background, but if you're not a Pro member, you're not able to do this, so leave it alone and then click download. Having a transparent background does make it a lot easier when you go into Design Space, but if you're not able to save it like that, that's completely fine. I'm going to show you the workaround as soon as we get into the program. Now, once you have Design Space opened up, we need to bring in that image that we just saved. So on the left toolbar, I'm going to click Upload, and then I'm going to click Upload Image again. When I have this window up, you can either select the browse or you can click and drag your image right into there. Once you see the nice little preview of your image, you can go ahead and select Continue, and then you are brought to this next window that says Background Remover. Now, if you're a Canva Pro member and able to save this out with transparent background, you are good to continue on. If you don't have a transparent background, select this manual select button. Then click anywhere behind the image where it shows there is still white. It should load and then remove any background behind the image. And then you can always zoom in as I'm doing here and just check to make sure everything is removed from your image correctly. If not, sometimes it has to do with the contrast, but I would just play around with it there. Now, when everyone has a transparent background, we want to go to this Convert Upload To, and we want to make it a flat graphic. Little tip for my newer Cricut members that are here, anytime you're doing a print and cut, you want to select that flat graphic option. Once you saved your image and you now have it in your canvas, it's going to come in way too large. So what I do is on the right toolbar, I click on the little red icon and I hit auto resize. All that little warning icon was saying was that our image was too large and it wouldn't be able to create this. So now if you're someone that just wants this as a sticker without a background or a little border around it, you're good to go ahead and select make and create this. Now if you're someone that actually wants the border, stick with me a little longer because I'm going to show you how to do it. Now with this layer still selected, I want you to go up to the top toolbar and I want you to select offset. As soon as you click it, a window will appear and you'll see outlines around all of your graphics. Chances are it's not going to be exactly what you want. So in order to play around with this, we need to scrub on that little toolbar that I have my cursor on right now. Then once that blue line around your drinks is exactly where you want it, you can go ahead and select apply. I believe Design Space always defaults to this black grayish color, so I'm just going to click that little square and I'm going to change mine to white. Since this is now blending into the background, I just want to change my canvas color to a gray so I can actually see my entire design. Now we're not done just yet. We need to toggle with a few more things. On the right hand side where I'm scrubbing right now, you could see we still have 2 different layers, which means Cricut thinks that I want it to be 2 different cuts. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to select both layers. You can either click and drag or hold down shift and click both. Go down to the bottom right of this window and select flatten. And what that essentially did, it was just mush these 2 images together. And just to confirm, when I select that little drop down on my layer, I'm going to see I just have 1 print and cut layer. Now the biggest rookie mistake that I see all the time is that people are just taking those 2 layers and they're hitting attach. As you could see when I just did that, it is still showing 2 different layers. The only time you want to hit attach is when you don't want your objects or your images to move, but you still want each layer to do its own function. So hopefully that's a little clarity on the difference between attach and flatten. Anyways, back to our flattened image, we now see that red icon once again. Because we now added that offset to the entire image, it is just making it slightly bigger. So once again, I'm doing the auto resize before clicking make. Once you're in the next window, it's going to give you a nice little preview of what your mat is going to look like after it's printed. And when you continue on, you're brought to this next window. Now the first thing it's going to prompt us to do is print onto 8.5 by 11 paper. Go ahead and select send to printer. Then it's going to give us some printing options. If you're someone that did not print with a border and it has color around their image, I would recommend adding the bleed. Because I added the border though, I'm just taking it off because it's going to be white around it anyway. Now another beginner mistake I always see is not turning on system dialog. Turning this on is an absolute must. fast. The window for this is going to pop up behind the program, so just drag your screen down and change your settings based off what you're printing onto. For this, I have a matte waterproof sticker paper, so I'm going to change my paper type to a matte one, and I'm making sure I change my print quality to high. And then I am sending this off to print once I have my paper loaded into my printer. Now, anytime I see a comment saying my print and cut is not coming out as clear as yours, I am guaranteeing you 99.9% of the time it's because you are not doing the system dialog option. Once our drinks are all printed out, I'm going to hit next. Then I'm just going to be telling my Cricut what material it's going to be cutting so it knows how much pressure to do. Since I would like my stickers to stay all on one sheet still, I'm going to go with the sticker paper option, and I'm going to be leaving it on its default pressure. Then you should be all set to adhere your sticker paper right to your Cricut mat. I always go with a light grip anytime I'm using paper. You should have the green light to send this through your Cricut and have it cut it out. The next time you have an event and you need to make some bar signage or any kind of signage whatsoever, make sure you give this video a save so you can give it a try next time with your Cricut's print and cut.